You're listening to the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
You know what you are? You're a popcorn salesman.
Worldwide Sports Radio presents the home stretch.
All right, let's hit the field.
With Tyler and friends.
My frog in my throat. Along with my co-host / producer. Actually, I lied. Speedy Petey. Say hello, Speedy.
Yes, I'm in a different seat this time.
Yeah, I've never actually had you this close. And then over there in the producer's chair, yo, cut when you're ready, Kevin.
What?
No, not what. I said cut.
Cut?
There you go. There you go. One line. There he is. Or rookie. Whichever one he wants to get called, I'll call him. Doesn't matter. But you're going to have to make a decision by the end of the night. All right. Long story short, it's been a very long 2 weeks. I've missed being here. Speedy, I haven't seen you since the 20th of December.
Yep.
So, again, Happy New Year. We exchanged pleasantries already, but so people don't think we're robots, we'll do it again. Kevin, also, Happy New Year. I don't know if I said to you or not, but knowing the mood I'm in, I probably didn't. Real quick, obviously it's a sports show, but again, we are more than a sports show. We're a network. Speedy, what was your favorite part of the holidays?
Ooh, my favorite part.
And food is not an acceptable answer.
Oh.
Trust me, I know.
I probably gained a lot of weight with all I ate.
You look exactly the same.
Yeah, but I ate a ton of fatty stuff, basically.
Junk food.
Yeah, pretty much. and greasy food and
Fast food.
stuff. No, not fast food specifically.
You
but
said
just-
greasy.
Santa?
I did have 5 guys at one point, but that was really it.
You had 5 guys?
Yeah.
You went from 0 to 5?
So you had fast food.
Wow.
That's fast food.
Yes, that's one time. And no, that don't sound like Errol and start making jokes. All right, favorite.
It's going to be a long year for Speedy.
Let's see. I don't know. You know what it was? All right. So it was actually like the day after Christmas. We had these 2 different loud arguments all at once, and it was really funny.
2 different loud arguments?
Yeah.
Okay.
My
Shoot.
grandparents, both sides of the family were here for this. So we had 2 different arguments. One of which it was strange how these came up. So one of which was about weather patterns for some reason. It was some crazy conversation. So I was saying how New York definitely has a lot of different weather patterns, and Connecticut has a good amount, but not as much. And my mother was trying to fight me.
They're all
on
relatively
that.
the same.
My mother was trying to fight me on that. She was pretty passionate about this, but for some reason she was standing up for that. And the other one was whether we could watch the Super Bowl on streaming services eventually, and how much that would hurt the game or help the game. And that was discussed over dinner, and it was kind of weird just how all these things came up, and everyone was so loud all at once and invested, and it was just very interesting. And even my grandfather on my mother's side is very into sports, so he was invested. But even my grandparents on my father's side were not really into sports, were even invested in it. So it was just really crazy how all those just came up. So it was a very. I mean, it was, again, it wasn't the memorable stuff, but it was definitely weird, to say the least.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you had a good time because, you do a lot around here, and it's deserved that you got to, go up there and have some fun. Mm-hmm. What about you, Kevin?
Got to spend time with my family.
Nah, I'm not going to take that answer. I need something funny like Speedy. Yeah, I need a story like Speedy just gave. There's definitely one. Every family has these moments. Every family has.
Well, there was one instance when we were having Christmas Eve dinner and people were over and not all the food was brought from Comac, so there was like 3 trays left.
The food heist.
So we had to go to a closer place and get it.
Did you get your money back? Did you eat the food eventually?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Of course. It was all gone.
Good. Cute little
Especially
parasol.
when you came over.
Me? Well, that was a secret. I didn't know we were doing that. All right. That's fun. That's fine with me. Shit, I didn't know we were doing that this early. All right, that's fine. Speedy, he has no idea how bad I'm going to get him later for this. All right, anyway. So, obviously the holiday seasons are over, and we have a lot to get to today. Today's been very busy, along with the fact we got a couple of weeks to make up. So I actually forgot what I've texted Speedy. Speedy, do you mind telling the people what we're going to be talking about today? Because I'm terrible at these things.
You did NFL wildcard reactions,
yes.
New England fallout, Bills choke prone or growing pains. Yeah, it was just a bunch of things with each team. So
okay,
so
wild card weekend, I know that.
Yeah, just that for yourself. The NFL coaching carousel, Jason Garrett unemployed,
For
NFL
now.
offseason plan, Red Sox being investigated for cheating, Rangers Igor Shesterkin making his debut tonight, and that game is 2-2 right now, and Tua declaring for the draft.
Okay, so based on that lovely sum up, Speedy kind of hit the nail on the head. We start the show every way this year. Now, again, this is a new year. I'm going to try to be, what's a good word, less crazy. Okay?
We'll see.
Well, I've gone off to a bad start. It's only the 7th, and I've already wanted to knock somebody out, so it's fine. But anyway, around the world in sports is taking a very long time. A lot of changes around here. But I am trying to hook up to the Wi-Fi to do Around the World in Sports. Brought to you by Ray's Cafe, 150 Motor Parkway, Hop Hog, New York. Yeah, so screw it. I guess we're not doing Around the World in Sports today. But as Speedy alluded to, the Ranger game is tied at 2-2. And the Islanders are off today, I believe.
No, they're playing the Devils.
Are they?
They're up 2-1 on the Devils in the second.
Joy to the world.
Oddly enough, the Devils coach who just got fired got hired by Nashville, so that's weird in itself, too.
As the head coach?
Yeah, they just fired Laviolette yesterday, and
For what?
them being down, I guess. I don't know.
I didn't even hear that. That's retarded.
Yeah, and they brought in John Hines, who just got fired by the Devils. Yeah, okay.
Well, Nashville, you just screwed up. Big time. That's like firing Bill Belichick to bring in Jason Garrett. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Do not call the show. I don't want to be bothered with this Jason Garrett crap again.
Jason Garrett might be the Giants' offensive coordinator.
No, he's not. No, that's Jason Garrett's getting the Cleveland job. I can't possibly imagine him taking it off.
I think the Chiefs' offensive coordinator will take it.
They should, but knowing the Browns, they'll mess it up somehow.
By the way, there's a new number to call. Everyone write this down because I'll forget it. 631-300-4477. That's like the old number. That's weird. 631-300-4477. Again, if anyone wants to call in. So, now, let's just get to the gritty of this, okay? Wild card weekend, we saw basically, I think, 3 upsets. 4, depending on what you thought Philly would do.
Come on, Philly wasn't winning.
Well, you could make an argument they should have been favored. They were at home in Lincoln Financial Field. Lincoln Financial Field is like one of the toughest places to play. Yes, it is.
Well, I know that, but
Lincoln Financial Field is a tough place to go win.
I will take Russell Wilson off. Over.
No, I agree with you. I also had Seattle win the football game, but Seattle, being with the injuries they had and just the fact that they've had to bring back Marshawn Lynch out of retirement, their tackles were missing. There was a lot of things going on, so I'm not completely sold that Seattle should have been favored in that football game. But they won. So wild card weekend, we saw New England get upset by the Tennessee Titans.
Not shocked.
You're the only one on the planet that wasn't shocked. Then you got the Buffalo Bills.
Really? You thought the Patriots were going to win?
Yeah.
With all their wide receiver problems?
That's never mattered before, and I didn't think it would matter now.
But that defense for the Titans is built very similarly to what the Patriots' strengths are.
I would blame more of the receiving core than the Titans' defense.
No, I'm not blaming the Titans' defense. I'm saying they did well.
I'm saying
the Titans' secondary is a top 5 secondary in football.
Right, and they have
but the Patriots
fast middle
receivers doesn't
linebackers
help
that do
either.
well in the middle of the field.
The Patriots the receivers helping them win doesn't help at all.
Right, but the Titans' defense matches up well to what the Patriots like to do.
Yeah.
And again, I think this is very apropos that we start here because I wanted to start here. I'm not going to lie. This is just a simple message. If you take offense to it, then it is what it is. The dynasty of New England is not over by any stretch of the imagination. Now, hold on, because I already hear groaning and complaining from the newbie over there. Calm down, okay? You're still wet behind the ears with Similac, so calm down. But what I will say here is right now, there's a hinge point. The dynasty could be over. It really could. Now, I'm not saying hit the panic button. Is Bill Belichick the reason to blame? No. Is Tom Brady? If you're one of these people that think Tom Brady's lost it.
I think Bill Belichick is the reason because he hasn't built. He's the man.
He built the best defense in football.
Yeah, what about the offensive side of the ball for Tom Brady?
How many offensive linemen were missing?
No,
I said when David Andrews had his heart procedure, that's a problem.
The receiving core.
Okay, but offensive line is the most important part.
Has been horrible.
That was a last second. We need help. He's cheap. He's durable. He can figure it out. He's highly intelligent. By the way, he's a multi-position guy. He was a quarterback in college. Bill Belichick knows what he's doing. He wanted him and Edelman to kind of do these trick plays. Edelman's been beat up all year. Bill Belichick is not to blame. The fact you want to blame Bill Belichick.
Matt LaCosse, what about him?
What about Matt LaCosse? He doesn't start on any football team on the planet. He had to play multiple snaps for the Patriots. Right, because Gronk retired. Otherwise, you're not hearing his name.
He should have put effort into signing a tight end.
Who was there? Bennett? They begged. They begged Benjamin Watson to come out of retirement.
Brady's not done, though. We agree on that.
Brady, I want everyone to realize this. New England has a
Patriots, but Tom Brady is definitely not done.
New England has a top 7 offense, I think. They have a top 18 running game. So let me break this down for you. The offense goes through Brady.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. Tom Brady, again, took a bunch of high schoolers to 12 wins and again won the division. Do not come here and tell me, has he regressed? He's 42 years old. Yeah, he's regressed.
He hasn't regressed much.
He is still a top 5 quarterback in football. Yeah. He's not the best anymore. Oh, boo-hoo. You know who the best quarterback in football was most of the year?
Lamar.
Ryan Tannehill. And no one talks about him.
Ryan Tannehill, too.
Ryan Tannehill.
23 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
And he started, 12 games?
Yeah.
10, 11?
2,700 yards, a little over than that. 70% completion percentage. Guy's been unreal.
Highest QBR in the league.
Yeah.
Then you got Drew Brees, who is, we're going to get to Drew Brees later because I can't believe some of the things I've heard about Drew Brees. Tom Brady. And then there's Lamar Jackson. We all know Lamar's amazing season. He will win the MVP award. There's no denying that.
Brady needs
Russell Wilson will be my MVP. I will tell you that right now.
Really?
Oh, Russell Wilson deserves it head and shoulders above Lamar Jackson.
Why?
Name a Pro Bowler that Russell Wilson played with this year. Bobby Wagner. That's it. Now, name a Pro Bowler Lamar Jackson's played with this year. There's 12 of them.
Yeah.
So who had more help? Who has a good offensive line and who doesn't? Who has a pretty good receiving core? Who doesn't?
Offensive line's nowhere near Lamar's offense.
That's what I'm saying. You put Russell Wilson in Baltimore, they're 16-0. Undefeated.
You think so?
Yes.
What do you think about that, Speedy?
15. I don't know. What were they? 14-2? No, because the
13,
two games.
They're
No,
13-3.
no, they were 14-2. But
I don't think so.
No, I don't.
the 2 games they lost were because of the defense, not the offense. So I don't think that would have made a difference.
Seattle was 12-5.
Yeah, with an average roster. The Ravens have a great roster. He's absolutely right about that.
Marquise Brown isn't anything spectacular.
Hollywood Brown?
Right.
Because Lamar Jackson can't utilize his strengths. Mark Andrews
is unbelievable.
is one of the best tight ends in football.
Did he make the Pro Bowl?
I believe he did.
I hope he did.
He should have.
He's been unreal.
I believe he did. He had 2 or 3 offensive linemen go. Yonda went. Stanley should have went.
Mark Ingram, right?
Mark Ingram definitely should have went. And that's the reason New Orleans lost people, not Drew Brees. Anyway, digress. There's so much more help. And the defenses, if you want to call them similar, that's fine. But they're really not. Baltimore's defense is tons better than Seattle's.
Way better than Seattle.
So, really, when you look at it, Russell Wilson has done more with less. Are the numbers similar? Yes. Is Lamar Jackson a entertaining joystick to watch? Yes. He is unbelievable to watch. He's a ton of fun to watch. Him and Patrick Mahomes. That's right. Remember Patrick Mahomes?
I picked him to come out of the AFC. That's my opinion.
Well, we're going to get there, but I need everyone to just think of one thing for a second. You're talking about guys have a ton of help. In New England, they don't have that.
Obviously.
They have Belichick
That's the biggest
and
problem
they have
this year.
Brady. No. The biggest problem is they traded Josh Gordon because they could not wait for him to get his head right anymore. Gronk retired, and Antonio Brown's a jackass.
Exactly. They didn't
Right,
have
but that was only there for what? The combined 5
The first
weeks?
3 weeks of the season, everybody
No,
thought
he wasn't
they-
even there 5
I mean,
weeks. He would have been there 5 days.
I said
first-
combined between him and Gordon.
Oh.
The first 2
No,
weeks
Gordon
of
was
the
there a while.
season, everybody thought the Patriots were going to the Super Bowl with all the receivers they had on that team.
Right, and look what happened.
They have nobody.
Julian Edelman
They're all gone.
had a fantastic season. Julian Edelman is an elite receiver to me. He's great.
What do you think about
He's been
N'Keal
banged up all
Harry's
year.
A bust, I think.
Who?
N'Keal Harry.
He's
no,
a good player.
No,
He's just
no,
in the wrong
no,
system.
stop. He's not a
so?
bust. He's not a bust.
I don't think it's what the
It's a
Patriots
very
need,
complex
though.
offense for a young receiver to learn. A. B. N'Keal Harry does not have the speed of an Odell Beckham Jr. He does not have the footwork of Julian Edelman.
That's what the Patriots need is Odell.
Well, I think that's where he's going to go. Now, again,
He loves Tom Brady. We know that.
everyone loves Tom Brady.
No, but Odell, he adores Tom Brady.
Everybody loves Tom Brady. This
I
whole
don't
rep.
love Tom Brady.
Well, that's because you're a fan. He's probably broken your heart more times than you can count.
I'm a Giants fan, so I'm pretty
Oh
sure we
well,
broke
never
his
mind.
hearts.
Yeah, never mind. So you're the kryptonite of Tom Brady, but fans hate Tom Brady, and this rep of Brady and Baker Mayfield and all these guys that are hated. Lamar Jackson too. People were ripping Lamar Jackson. The Baltimore Ravens loved Lamar Jackson, even when he was struggling to throw last year. Just like Seattle, just like New England, they all love their guys. Like, that's who they play better for. Jacksonville, why they bench Gardner Minshew? I don't know. The team played better with Gardner Minshew. That wasn't a hidden fact. You just saw them play better.
I think Nick Foles should never have left Philadelphia. That's my opinion.
Well, again, it is what it is.
And I think Carson Wentz is injury prone. I don't care what anybody else says.
Oh, stop. A concussion, you can't help. You can't help a concussion.
But it's every time, 3 straight years, he's been hurt in the same time, same
right,
situation.
but hold on. So,
he doesn't have the durability.
his offensive line has been a...
We're always making excuses.
It's not excuses.
Around him.
Carson Wentz, again, you want to talk about injuries, he lost his top 2 receivers. Zach Ertz has a broken rib and shouldn't even been playing on Sunday.
What does that have to do with him getting hurt?
Because the receiving core was defeated all year. Jordan Howard was in and out of the lineup all year. They still won the division, got a home playoff game, and his offensive line was beat up. Lane Johnson didn't play for 2 weeks.
I think if Nick Foles was put in that game, they would have won yesterday.
Instead of Josh
Sunday.
McCown, probably Josh McCown might have taken 5 snaps all year with the starting squad until Saturday's
If
game.
the Eagles won, who would they play against?
Green Bay still.
Nick Foles could have beat them.
Green Bay?
I wouldn't.
Possible.
I would
It's possible.
pick Green Bay because I like.
I would have
like
picked
the
Philly,
Packers. I like
but
the Packers.
I don't. I think Green Bay is the weakest division winner we had before.
Really?
Yeah, before the Saints lost. Yeah, I thought it was Philly, then Green Bay, and
Philly
then
ahead of Green Bay.
no, Philly was the weakest team in the playoffs, and then Green Bay in the NFC. Absolutely.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Oh,
was
if
considered.
you just NFC?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't think
Yeah, that's
Minnesota was considered?
They
No,
weren't a
Minnesota.
division. They weren't a
Minnesota.
division.
I was very afraid of that game. I was very afraid of that game.
Drew Brees isn't a big game performer. As we
All right, and now we're going to go to what I was trying to wait on.
isn't.
So let me get this straight. I don't know what drugs are going around. I don't know what the IQ is anymore to do these things. But the fact of the matter is this, okay? Drew Brees, the fact that everyone, and he's not the only one on this network that thinks this, the man,
He hasn't had over 30 points in the last 4 playoff games. And they're explosive offense.
are they?
Yes.
Okay.
Very.
And who was their second top receiver all year?
Is it Jared Cook?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't think he was non-existent against the Vikings?
Right.
Against Eric Kendricks, Anthony Barr, and Harrison Smith have all been great
Yeah,
in
but
coverage this year.
has Drew Brees has had great teams in the past 3 years.
Right. And
Sure.
you're a football phenom. All right, let's do this. What happened last year? The biggest screw job in NFL history. What happened the year after that? A rookie safety missed the easiest tackle you could give somebody.
Oh, they definitely got.
So how's that Drew
I'm
Brees'
talking
fault?
about their
Both
offense.
drives, Drew Brees led to win the football game. That's a big game quarterback.
Right. Drew Brees gave them led the drive to give them the lead, including a 4th down conversion to get to a game-winning field
What about
goal
the year
before
before? What about the
the
years-
Diggs catch happened.
What about the years before that?
He had the worst defense in the history of the league for 3 straight years. When they were giving up yard after yard after yard and couldn't stop anything.
And he hung tough in 2013
So
too
wasn't-
against a great Seattle defense.
So Brees didn't come up
Right.
short against Minnesota this time?
No.
He played
He came
played
back
bad.
down 10 to tie the game.
Right, exactly. He's the reason the game
Taysom
went to
Hill-
overtime.
Taysom Hill was the best player in that game.
What?
Sure, but
He was.
Whoa, hold on. What?
Taysom Hill was the best player.
Wait.
threw a touch-
Wait a second here. Just hold on.
caught a touchdown
Drew
pass.
Brees isn't a big game quarterback, but Taysom Hill made one throw, and now
No,
he's.
he threw and
well, no, he played well in other areas.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, but he's always done that. I want everyone to realize this, okay? Not too long ago, we were talking about New England having Tom Brady, Jacoby Brissett, and Jimmy Garoppolo, and that was the best quarterback.
that's Belichick's fault.
No. This New Orleans has the best one of the best quarterbacks in the league in Drew Brees, the best backup quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater, and by far the best third-string quarterback in Taysom Hill.
Drew Brees had-
That's insane. Taysom Hill, by the way, sorry, Teddy Bridgewater, Taysom Hill is the future of that team, bar none. He can do everything. He can run any offense. He can make all the throws. That kid, that's who I'm putting money on going forward.
Drew Brees it was 208, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 90 rating.
That's not bad.
It's okay.
He played, that's the whole game. The second half, Drew Brees was lights out. So I don't know what, and by the way,
Wasn't enough.
it was enough, actually. It got them to overtime. They were down by,
never went to-
10, 12?
10. 20
They were
10.
down. They were down 10, and you could argue that Alvin Kamara being a no-show all year was a problem. To me, the loss of Mark Ingram was huge because they can't run the clock anymore. Latavius Murray has been awful
Why is he even on the team? Why
because
is he on the team?
you need a backup running back. You don't have one. You don't have
But
one.
He ain't the answer right now.
Well,
Obviously.
they'll have to hope for one in the draft. But all I know is that the New Orleans Saints did not deserve to win. And everyone is raving up in arms about this. Pass interference, wasn't pass interference. Was it pass interference?
Was.
Yes, it was. Without question. I wouldn't have called it either. Not in that moment, not in that game, no. You can't keep calling these petty little BS penalties.
It wasn't like
He didn't slam the corner of the
No,
ground.
no.
It was a hand fight.
first of all, I don't think the corner ever turned around.
No, he was completely submerged.
Yeah, so if he turned around, it would have been different. Maybe. If he pushed off on his back, then maybe it would have been called pass interference.
It doesn't
But
matter
the
to me.
fact that he was
It
looking
really
at the tight
doesn't. The
end
New
like
Orleans
this the
Saints
whole
didn't
time.
deserve to win that football game.
No, the Vikings played better.
No, absolutely. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all.
But Brees did-
I'm not even mad the Saints lost. I'm more mad I got people coming out here saying Drew Brees ain't a big game quarterback.
Brees fumbled in a big part of that game.
The offensive line was beat every snap. You're talking about two of the best offensive line in football, in my opinion, didn't hold anything. If they were a cup, they couldn't have hold water. It was that bad.
Mike Zimmer deserves a lot of credit for that, too, though. He actually rotated Griffin and Hunter, who normally play on the end, into the middle. That was a great game plan adjustment.
Mike Zimmer
absolutely.
is a great defensive coach.
Right, but he hasn't done those little extra things that have won them tough games in the past.
Since Case Keenum?
Well, again, no, even that, they had a big lead and they blew it before the miracle. So even that, he deserves some blame for that, too, if they did blow that game, especially since he's the defensive coach. But this is a defense that he has a good system, but it's also predicated on the talent. The Vikings, they have, but they did a little extra in that game because the Saints have two great tackles, and they moved those pass rushers inside against an Andres Pete, who is coming off an injury, a rookie center, and Larry Wofford is a good guard, but, again, he's not what the tackles are. So that was a great move to be able to do that. And he doesn't really do that. He's not really that creative as much with the defensive lineman as he is with some of the other spots.
I like McCoy, though. I don't blame McCoy at all. I blame the offensive line as a whole. I really think that they were the biggest flaw back of that game. And then you go to overtime and your defense gives up a 53-yard bomb to start overtime. That will kill you all the time. That's how you lose a football game. At home, you should not give up a play like that in overtime.
Yeah, it was your boy Patrick Robinson. You want it back.
I didn't want him back. I thought he'd be better.
Oh, okay.
But again,
that's
a problem too. Eli Apple. And now you can say
that was Adam Thielen.
No,
that was Adam Thielen who caught that.
No, I know, but
Eli Apple.
No, but Eli Apple's faster than Patrick Robinson is.
Yeah, but Eli Apple probably commits a penalty there. And then it's just the same.
What's
result.
the difference? Yeah, exactly.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Giants corners.
Oh, Janoris Jenkins is out of a job after this season. Janoris Jenkins was
You got to give him credit. He actually played well, though.
No, he did, but
Didn't he force a fumble last week?
He tried. The league called it back. That I was more pissed off about that than anything else. But after review, it was
the refs
obvious.
Messed up
it was
a lot this year.
No, yes, but
especially the Patriots
they made the right
and Kansas
call.
City game when N'Keal Harry didn't step out of bounds and they called him out.
Yeah,
of bounds.
well,
and then Travis Kelce's fumble that they said he was down.
Yep. So I don't want to hear New England gets all these BS calls because New England's been screwed.
I can't stand the Patriots, but I'm telling the truth, they got bailed out of that.
Snugs alert! Snugs alert! Happy New Year, Snugs! Snugs alert!
Goes my right ear.
Yeah. Tyler, I'm so glad you are back. You are right about the Saints. Pass interference Pass interference or no on that play. No game has ever won or lost on one play. They had other chances. Hashtag ban the beef. Hashtag Saints can't always blame PI. Yep. Hashtag whatever Snug says. Listen, I'm completely okay admitting that we didn't win that football game. We didn't deserve it. Again, if you don't think Drew Brees is a big game quarterback, I question your intelligence. That's all. I don't know who else you'd rather have lead that team. Again, it's not like Drew Brees is in a Belichick system where, all right, here's what we do. You're going to do this. Sean Payton the Saints brought in Drew Brees and said, what are your strengths and what do you want this offense to be like? Well, I'm going to just mechanically bring us down the field. Every year. The man missed 5 games, and the 5 games he was second in QBR. He was top 10 in touchdowns. What do you want the guy to do?
It's not enough, obviously.
And
when it comes to the playoff games, obviously.
He won the toughest division in football going into this year. Now it's the NFC West. But honestly, the NFC South and the NFC West are the best 2 divisions in football, and they're only going to get better. Depending on what Matt Rhule does in Carolina is going to be a big question, but
Carolina has talent, though.
No, well, it depends. I mean, on Cam Newton or not.
Oh, okay. I don't think he'll keep Cam.
I think Cam Newton's going to Washington.
You don't think Cam's staying?
No, Cam's out.
Really?
New coach.
Yeah, it's a young coach.
New offensive coordinator.
It's a young coach for
his offense in Baylor, wasn't it using the quarterback to
The
run?
offense in Carolina ran through Christian McCaffrey.
At times, yeah, but
So
again,
you think,
it's a different type than what
is Kyle
Cam
Allen?
It's either
No,
it could be
it's
Will
not. I don't
Grier
think
or
it's
it could
gonna
be
be-
a
it's
quarterback.
definitely not
of his
gonna be
choice.
Will Grier.
It'll be either Will Grier or a quarterback of his choice.
It'll be Kyle Allen or a quarterback.
I don't think it's
Will
Will
Grier looked awful.
Well, he's more of a project anyway, though. He wasn't supposed to be good right away.
No, he's not. And honestly, don't be a fool if Matt Rule drafts Tua. Don't.
Maybe.
And I will get to Tua later or tomorrow, but I'm telling you right now.
What happens if Brady leaves and the Patriots get Tua? Can you imagine?
Um,
Can you imagine? Yeah.
no, I really
think Brady's
can't.
leaving?
No, I don't. Now, here's to fully go back to this. This is why I said the dynasty's not over. Until I hear, I texted this earlier and it started a huge riot. So let's see if we can get through this now. The New York Giants, before they made a huge mistake, or we won't call it a huge mistake because nobody knows what this guy's going to do, but before the Giants announced their coach this afternoon, there is a lot up in the air in New England.
You think there's still an offensive coordinator?
Josh McDaniels is not leaving New England. He literally
yeah.
turned down a coaching job already
in Indianapolis, right?
with all the core pieces intact.
Yeah.
Quarterback, because Andrew Luck wasn't retired yet. Offensive line, playmakers on the outside, running back depth, defensive rookie of the year.
If he doesn't leave now, he's definitely committed to the Patriots.
He is the next head coach of the Patriots. When Belichick leaves, Josh McDaniels gets the keys to the castle. Bill Belichick is Bill Parcells. Josh McDaniels is Bill Belichick. That's what's about to happen here. Robert Kraft is literally going to make sure that he keeps McDaniels, because if he loses Josh McDaniels, he doesn't know who his next head coach is. I'll tell you that right now.
They should never got rid of Jimmy Garoppolo.
Why does everyone keep saying that? Tom Brady, at 43 years old.
But Brady's still great. Brady's still great.
So then how do you say that they should have kept Jimmy Garoppolo?
Jimmy Garoppolo should be the starter of the team.
Yes, in the future, but you're gonna pay $275 million to two quarterbacks? Jimmy Garoppolo got a huge contract, and Tom Brady's going to take up a huge annual salary.
He got a huge contract based on 6 games.
You don't think Bill Belichick absolutely would have given him that contract?
He loved Jimmy Garoppolo.
Now, it might have been smaller because obviously he hadn't played.
Right.
That's what the plan was. When Brady was done, Jimmy would take over.
Yes. And this is where
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Well, Jacoby Brissett, the fact that I heard earlier today, Jacoby Brissett and Tom Brady are similar is a joke.
No,
but
come on.
Anyway,
Who said that?
I'm not even going to get into this. But in all seriousness, Tom Brady, if he leaves New England,
he's going to the Chargers.
No, he's not staying in the AFC.
They're saying he's going to the Chargers. That would be very, very interesting.
Why would the Chargers take an older quarterback than what they have now?
You wouldn't take Tom Brady over Phillip Rivers.
I would. Yes, I would.
I think the Chargers would definitely take it.
But Phillip Rivers is still under contract.
No, he's not. He's a free agent at the now.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
is he really?
Yes, he's a free agent.
You're taking Tom Brady over Phillip Rivers.
No,
Come on.
Yeah, I am. But here's the other thing. If I'm Tom Brady, I'm not going to Los Angeles.
Same situation. That's where.
Right, but if I'm Tom
Brady,
Brady, I'm not going to Los Angeles. I'm not.
Why?
I wouldn't.
Least clutch team in football.
You have Melvin Gordon. You have Eckler. You have Mike Williams. You have Keenan Allen. You have Hunter Henry.
And they all looked like crap last year.
If they pay Melvin
Gordon.
Because
Phillip Rivers wasn't great this year.
No, he wasn't. But again, the offensive line for the Chargers is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Problem.
Yeah, but there's more weapons in the Chargers than it is in New England.
Yes, but it's still a bad offensive line.
Yeah, but they could look to get offensive.
The Patriots' offensive line banged up was better than the Chargers.
Right. Right.
I don't know. I think it would be interesting if he went there.
Plus, I don't think so.
Plus, I think
why would he want to go play Kansas City twice a year?
What about
or Denver twice a year?
Plus, I think, Tyler, you mentioned this too. I think if Brady leaves, he's going to want to try to win without Belichick. Why go to a team that you're not going to win with because they just screw up at the end of the game?
Are you serious?
If he leaves New England, if he leaves New England,
are you going to say the Chargers don't screw up at the end of the game all the time?
Yeah,
they lose in the weirdest ways.
I don't think Brady would do that.
Maybe Brady won't, but maybe, I don't know, the defense would. Maybe, I don't know, the receiver would.
You know how many
the Chargers lose games in weird ways.
You don't think they would put up major points for the...
I'm sure they've tried that for the last 12 years, yet they still have the same issue.
Yeah, but Tom Brady's another animal than Phillip Rivers. Come on.
I'm not saying just quarterback.
But you're acting like
they are the least
this
clutch
team had
team
Drew Brees and
LaDainian
Tomlinson on one field at the same time. with a very good offensive line. They didn't do
Right.
anything either.
Right.
So you would take Drew Brees over Tom Brady?
That's a question. Depends on a lot of things, but that's a question. I don't know. I probably take Brees.
You like Brees personally. I know.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's skill set. Drew Brees.
Really? You think? No way. Tom Brady is way more skilled than Drew Brees.
You're nuts. You're out of your mind. Drew
How?
Brees in a fact is the most accurate passer you've ever seen in your life.
Someone's calling him.
Come on, Snooks.
No, it's not Suggs. I have a feeling I know who this is. And I think he's supposed to be here tomorrow. Welcome to the home stretch. How may I help you?
Oh, my goodness.
Hey!
Suggs!
I had to ring in the new year with Tyler and Speedy, and I don't know who that
Kevin.
the new
Just call him
producer
Newbie.
guy.
Kevin.
Oh, I was thinking about calling him Groucho Marx, but anyway, what kind of clown stuff is that? Why in the world would the Chargers want Tom Brady for 1 or 2 years? And they're going
It's
to pay
better
him
than the
25 to
situation in
50.
New England.
What? No, you didn't. How?
Tom
Wait,
Bra-
he's
Tom
leaving
Brady
Bill
on the new
Belichick,
producer.
the greatest coach of the past 50
You don't think
years,
you would want to
to go
verse
get
him?
coached by Anthony Lynn, who should have got fired last year? Oh, God.
The Chargers are a better
I'm having a
offensive.
stroke.
The Chargers are a better offensive team than the Patriots.
They have more weapons. They're not a better team in anything.
offensive weapons. Okay.
Yes,
Defense-
they're better with skilled players, and they have a bad offensive line, and their
I
defense
would
is nowhere
take-
near
I
the
think I would take
Patriots.
it if I was Brady. I would
Well, which
take it.
one's going to win a Super Bowl first, a really good defense or an average defense?
Really good defense.
All right, there you go. Right off the
Think
top.
so?
Tom Brady has 2 years left in the league, right? Maybe 3 if he's
No.
really lucky.
I think he could play 4, honestly.
If he plays 4, that would be outstanding. As a Patriots fan, I would love that.
I think
but
he
let's
wants
be
to
realistic.
be out
He is
landing,
getting
uh,
older.
No, I know that. It
Last
really
thing.
depends on how many hits he takes, but let's
Well,
say 3.
He's never been hurt, right, Brady?
Yeah, the
He tore his
tear
ACL
in
once.
2008.
Oh, wait, but that was
Bernard
a
Pollard.
freak. That was a freak play.
Yeah, but he's got injuries now. He came out today
Yeah,
saying
but
half the season his
is
foot
it
was
true?
dinged
Is it
and his
con-
elbows
is it true?
dinged. Is it true?
Yeah. Is it?
I-
Did they say?
No,
No,
it's a
Tom Brady's just
conspiracy
lying
theory.
now because he's just like making stuff up.
You know, like the cut on his hand.
Yep.
Well, I mean that Earl Marks exposed that fake news, and thankfully he was there to report on that when all the rest of the world believed that Tom Brady actually cut his hand. So, my goodness. But let's be realistic. He's not going to the Chargers. That's not going to happen.
So if he were to leave, where is he going?
How does he leave? Let's be really honest. He is a god in New England, right?
So if he has the same team as he does this year, you think he'll be happy?
How would he have the same team? Does Bill Belichick ever keep the same team?
All right.
Bill Belichick finds magic that other guys don't find.
Right. Chris
Because
Hogan.
remember, a couple of years ago, that defense wasn't exactly stellar.
No, it wasn't. Not at
And
all.
now
All
all
right.
of a sudden
So
it's
if
amazing.
Brady, if
They replaced Trey Flowers with Chase Winovich
so
and
we're
got
putting
better.
it all on Belichick. If he doesn't do anything about this receiving core,
He's going to do something about the
So,
receiving core.
so Belichick's just going to sit at home and do nothing about it. He's going, we'll see what happens. He hasn't done that in 20 years.
Odell Beckham Jr. will be a hot target for them. I'll be shocked.
what happened
Odell
to
was a Patriot.
what
The
happened-
Giants' best offer for Odell Beckham Jr. was New England's.
all right. So
the
what happens
Giants
if he
said
stays
absolutely
you don't think
not.
Odell's going to stay in Cleveland?
No, Odell's out. I would want out.
Yeah,
Cleveland's a
well,
dumpster
I
fire.
would say I'm out too because Baker is overhyped.
Oh, God damn it. How?
Baker was okay.
I've got
this
news
year.
for you. I've got news
Last
for you.
year Baker was better.
Every quarterback dips down the second year. It's just a reality check.
Oh.
Every quarterback goes, this
It's
happens.
the term sophomore jinx.
Sophomore slump. Absolutely right, Snug. Snug, thank God you're here. I don't know what I feel like I get punished every day. Every day I feel like I just get brutalized.
So if
the
Brady, all right, go ahead.
prophet's never appreciated in his own land.
If Brady stays, where are they going? Where are they going to be in the playoffs next year?
Where they always are. Bye. Playoff it.
Really?
Yes.
What happened this year?
They missed it by a game.
Oh my!
A game.
They lost to the Dolphins.
They blew it.
They
blew it.
lost it by a game.
Not Brady blew it. The defense blew it.
The defense.
They let Ryan Fitzpatrick drive down the field and score a touchdown, and they won the game.
The defense blew it.
The
They
defense.
allowed 27 points to the Dolphins.
Yeah, thank you.
Hold on.
Thank you.
And they dropped 24.
Yes.
Which
Okay.
is not Brady's fault. It's the
okay,
defense.
Hold on,
that's-
wait,
The Dolphins'
hold-
defense is not stellar.
No, it's not. But hold on.
man.
Hold on. Let's just think about this, okay? Let's use common sense. A banged up offensive line, which had get more hurt as the season progressed, okay? Marshall Newhouse was a starting tackle. That's all you need to. That's all you should say right there. That's all you need to hear. That's one. Number two, the Patriots' running game was non-existent all season long. Sonny Michel got better as the season went along, but he went from bad to awful to okay. Like that's not good.
James White is the best running back on that team.
No, he's not.
Not as a runner.
No, I mean, catch out of the backfield.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
That's fine.
But Sonny Michel's the every down back. That's what he is.
Who do you think Brady trusts more, Michelle or James White?
That's first of all, if I'm trusting anyone, I trust Rex Burkhead. That's who I trust. But
Over James White? Who
No, it's probably James White. You're probably right about that. But honestly, if you want to do that, his most favorite target is Julian Edelman. He can close his eyes and throw the ball and hit Edelman. That's not Julian Edelman's his guy.
I hope Brady gets Gronk to come back. He needs him.
Gronk will be back.
You sure?
Yes.
He looks very skinny.
So what?
He doesn't look in shape at all.
What do you mean?
I've
He
been
looks
doing
better
this
now
for
than when he
the-
played.
He doesn't look.
He lost like
he doesn't
30
look like-
pounds.
He doesn't look like a tight end anymore.
Who
All right, he went
cares?
from 282 pounds to 250 something. I think he could bulk up again, even if he just gains probably 3 pounds.
Are you drunk?
Don't
Are
worry.
you
Just
high?
give him some McDonald's gift cards. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
What the hell? Snugs, I need some of those
Because
cupcakes.
Matt LaCosse is not cutting it, bro.
By the way, he was like the third string tight end. Ryan Izzo and
Benjamin Watson.
Benjamin Watson were old. Benjamin Watson was the starting tight end.
Yeah, which is nothing. He's not.
Right, and that's who Tom Brady threw to 16 times a year.
Which he needs Gronk back.
He
Obviously.
No. What he needs is an offensive line that gives him time to have Edelman run.
You don't think the receivers is a problem either?
N'Keal Harry will get better next year. He'll learn the offense and he'll get better. Bill Belichick.
What about
did
Jacoby
not-
Myers?
Who?
Jacoby Myers.
Who the hell is that?
You don't know Jacoby
No,
Myers?
I know who Jacoby Myers is. He's going to get cut.
Yeah,
He might not even be on the team
exactly.
next year.
That's a problem.
No, it's
He
not.
might go play on the Chargers. You never know.
Yeah, maybe.
Here we
So-
go. I
No.
would take the Chargers' weapons, offensive weapons, over the
Yes,
Patriots.
that's fine.
Easy.
But
But
the
what does that have to
offensive
do with
line is
Brady?
Still bad.
Because Brady shouldn't stay if his wide receivers are having problems getting separation.
Hold on. I'm going to nip this in the butt.
Every
Hold on.
commentator in every game-
Stop. Stop talking. Shh. Stop. Shh. Let me just ask you this question. I'm your GM. I'm coming to you. Hey, we have a blank check here. We can sign whoever you want. You have to tell me the priority of where you're building a team. Okay? By groups. Okay? What would be the first group that you built around? Playmakers, quarterback, defensive backs, linebackers, pass rushers, offensive line. Tell me where you're going to start to build your team.
New England.
No. I'm saying you have a blank check to sign free agents.
Okay.
The league.
Oh, who I would sign?
What is your priority to fix?
Wide receivers.
That
You
you're
want
going
the
with
best,
playmakers.
The best film crew you can get in the league. That's what you want.
I would. If I were the Patriots, I would go after Odell right now.
I would too. Now, fine. That's fine. You know why the Patriots should target Odell and the Chargers should not? The Patriots' biggest need is a playmaker on the outside. The Chargers don't have an offensive line at all. At all. None. Zero. Zero. Nah.
What? They don't have any
zero.
playmakers?
What? The Chargers have
have
playmakers. They have no offensive line. Offensive line. The
Patriots
five
don't have
guys
offensive
blocking
line
for the quarterback.
either. So what's the difference?
The Patriots' injured offensive line was still better than the Chargers.
David Andrews will be back next year.
I think
David
Phillip
Andrews
Rivers
will
deserves
improve dramatically.
more blame than the offensive line for the Chargers.
Why?
Phillip Rivers was not as good as he was last year.
No, he wasn't.
He had no
He
time.
wasn't.
No
Hit
time.
him.
Speedy just
He's
said
on
the
his
same.
back.
Speedy just said the same thing.
He's had bad offensive lines and still put up good numbers. This year, besides yards, he did not put up good numbers.
He had no time.
Yes, he had no time in
he's
previous
diminished.
years, too.
He's diminished. I got you. I
They've had a
understand.
bad offensive line for like 4 years.
Right. I'm not
so
saying
you don't think if Brady was put behind that line, he would do better?
he would do better, but he's not winning the division or making the playoffs.
Oh my God!
Yes. Plus, you're still dealing with the least clutch team in football.
Not even.
Tom Brady doesn't replace the fact you missed Derwin James all year.
Tom Brady
Come on.
doesn't miss the fact that your dumb corner decided to make an ill-advised pass interference against the Broncos to give them a field goal.
And Anthony Lynn's the head coach.
Tom Brady's not the reason the Chargers had 2 penalties on the 1 yard line, and then Melvin Gordon fumbled against the Titans.
That pissed me off.
That was my favorite play of the year because I knew how happy Speedy would be.
First of all,
Right, I was.
Julian Edelman dropped a crucial pass against the Titans.
Right. Hold on, though.
He's a great receiver, but I'm saying he dropped.
Julian Edelman.
He had the most drops for wide receivers in the NFL this
Yes,
year.
he did. You know why? He can't get open.
And so everybody else on the wide receivers can't either.
Philip Dorsett was
Oh
open.
my God!
The
Yeah,
problem
he's
is
great. He's great.
with
Compared
Tom
to-
Brady is. No, I'm serious. Look up his stats when Tom Brady looks at him.
All right. What about
his
the other
QBR
two?
is
What
almost
about,
perfect.
What about Jacoby Myers? Who? I'm waiting for you to say that again.
No, I'm not going to do it again because you told me to. But anyway, Jacoby Myers. Listen, I don't know where you're going with this argument, but what I'm telling you is
The argument is Tom Brady would have a better situation in Los Angeles
You're nuts.
than New England.
how can you say that?
Because
You also have to
The
fact-
Chargers were third, almost last in their division. The
Bill
Patriots
Belichick-
won their
Bill-
division.
No, they were
Belichick-
last. They were last.
Bill Belichick.
They were 5-11, same record as the actively tanking for half the season
The
Dolphins.
Patriots had to beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins to get a first-round bye, and they
The
failed.
Chargers didn't make
They
the playoffs.
Failed. I'm talking about. I said the Dolphins.
Right. The Patriots lost to the Dolphins to make them 12-4.
The Chargers
The
lost-
Chargers lost 12 games.
The Chargers lost to the Lions, who are just as bad as the
Because
Dolphins.
Phillip Rivers wasn't good this year.
He's not the only thing that wasn't good.
Yeah,
the team isn't
I bet
good.
you Tom Brady.
Their run
Tom
defense
Brady would put
is
enough-
horrible.
You don't think Tom Brady would put enough points for the defense to help a little bit?
No.
If you don't have time to throw the ball, it doesn't matter who you are.
Brady-
Unless
so
you're
Brady doesn't have
Superman and you can levitate over the line, if you have no offensive line, your wide receivers don't have time to get open, and it doesn't matter who you are. You have to have the time to throw the ball. Have to let the
Phillip
play
Rivers
develop.
hasn't had the time
so
either.
put Tom Brady
It's the
back
same
there.
situation.
That's
Put
what
Joe
my
Montana
point
back
is.
there, Earl's favorite. Put Aaron Rodgers back there. It doesn't matter. If there's no time to get for the guy to get open, you can't throw the ball to
Yeah,
him.
but Speedy
If you can't
said
throw the ball
that
to him,
Phillip
you're
Rivers.
not going to be good. You're going to be 5.
Phillip Rivers has had no time in the past,
how
and
it
he's done
goes.
a lot.
And he
Tom
still
Brady
put up
is-
good numbers. This year was the first year he put up good numbers. Phillip Rivers before was a guy who put up good numbers
Phillip
and
Rivers threw a lot of
made
crucial interceptions.
Right, made a lot of bad mistakes at times, but he still put up good numbers. This year he didn't even put up good numbers.
I mean, maybe by your logic, maybe the Patriots should propose a trade of Tom Brady for Phillip Rivers.
Yes.
That
Yes.
seems like a brilliant move. I'm sure
Yes.
they wouldn't get laughed out of the league.
I want it to happen so I can come back. So I can come back in the show. So I could just.
Yes, when Tom
I
Brady
don't know if I'm
when
gonna allow
Tom
you back on
Brady
this
when
show.
Tom Brady goes 8-8 with the Chargers.
They have.
They're not
going
gonna go
to
8-8.
receivers.
They wouldn't go 8-8. Who has no receivers?
The Patriots, besides Edelman.
Hey, numbnuts. They have no receivers right now, right?
I want to see what Belichick does
Hello?
this year.
Hey,
what happened to
hey. They have no receivers right now, right?
Yes.
And they still won 12 games?
Because of the defense.
Thank
No.
you. Thank you.
What does that have to do with the offense?
So you're going to give up the defense of New England to go play for the Chargers defense that couldn't stop you from running the football.
So Tom Brady's miserable right now.
He is not miserable.
He has
the
no
greatest quarterback of all time. How is he miserable?
Did you see him against the Titans? He was like this the whole game.
He lost.
He was like that in the Super Bowl against the Falcons, down 21-3 after his pick six. What did he do? Come back.
What was different about that team against the Falcons? Who did he have as receivers?
Gronk.
No, Gronk didn't even play in that game. It was
Right.
Martellus Bennett.
You wouldn't take him over Matt
Edelman, that's
You wouldn't
it.
take him over Matt LaCourse?
Yes, you would take Martellus Bennett over Matt LaCosse.
Okay,
And
so
plus
he
I'm
had
still
a better
convinced he
team
committed
then.
that-
He had a better team.
Okay, not by much.
Was Brandon LaFell on that team?
Even if he was, he's
Brandon
not that
LaFell
good. He's not that
stinks.
good. Mohamed Sanu's
better
better
than
than
Jacoby
Brandon
Myers.
Brandon LaFell, and I'm
Brandon
not even a big
LaFell's
Mohamed-
Right, but Sanu's
I'm not
the
even
two.
a big Sanu guy. He's better than Brandon LaFell.
Yeah, but
Dorsett is better than Brandon LaFell.
Sanu hasn't showed it with the Patriots this year.
And he's
He's
still better than
learning
Brandon
the
LaFell.
We'll
offense.
see. We'll see. There's a lot of ifs right now about that wide receivers.
You have a lot of ifs.
There's a lot of ifs about N'Keal Harry. There's a lot of ifs.
What if?
Yeah, he wasn't that great this year.
He's a red
was
zone
hurt.
guy.
He was
He's
hurt.
a red zone wide receiver that they drafted to replace Gronk for red zone situations. He is not the guy that's going to go burn you for 50 yards. But again, I told everybody,
What about Mohamed
DK
Sanu?
Metcalf is the best receiver in this draft. Draft him. No, he's not. No,
Metcalf
he's
is
not. He
unreal.
can't run the routes. That's all I heard.
Metcalf
DK
is
Metcalf is arguably Rookie of the Year, and no one.
Nobody stopped him in the for the Eagles.
Right.
Well, the
Yeah, the
Eagles
Eagles
have
corners are
horrible.
small.
The Eagles have horrible corners.
Their corners are
Well,
small.
according
too.
to you, defense doesn't matter at all.
Yeah. What?
If
I'm
you were
talking about
Tom
if
Brady,
I was Tom Brady. I would play
would've
for
thought
the
the first
Chargers
defensive doesn't
because
matter
they
stat
have
actually
better
would be
offensive
Guido.
weapons than the Patriots.
the Patriots defense was averaging giving up 15 points a game. Tom Brady had to worry about putting up 17 or 20. If you go to the Chargers, you got to drop 34, 28 a game.
You don't think he could do it? You don't think he could do it?
He's going to get Kansas City twice. He's going to get Denver twice. He's going to get
He's
Oakland
beaten
twice.
Kansas City last time he played because he had a good receiving
No,
core.
they didn't. You just talked about the screw job that cost them that game, too. All 4 losses this year were against playoff teams. Oh, goddamn. What a shame. Tom Brady lost to 4 elite teams. By the way, 2 of them, the Ravens and Chiefs, have byes. Oh, they're done. They're slouches. They stink.
The Chiefs are coming out of the AFC.
Oh, so they're the Super Bowl contenders. But they lost to the Chiefs. Tom Brady should have won out of New England. You lost to the team that's going to win the Super Bowl. That stinks.
Go to the Chargers, who never beat the Chiefs anyway. To have them go play twice a year.
Phillip Rivers is the quarterback. Tom Brady's a whole other animal.
Irrelevant. Again, a quarterback is not the
you're
only
saying-
position
all right,
that
so
exists.
You three all agree Tom Brady doesn't fit with the Chargers.
If I'm Tom Brady, I'm not going to the Chargers. I'd rather go to the Cowboys than go to the Chargers.
Go play the
The
XFL.
Cowboys. I would never want to play with Jerry over my shoulder and everything.
Yes,
He's not over
yes,
Tom
be-
Brady's shoulder.
yes, because
Tom
the-
Brady would be a freaking god down there.
Yes,
It's all about
right.
Jerry Jones in Dallas.
All right.
Tom Brady's
Yes,
won more
because-
Super Bowls
They're not-
in a
that
decade
would never
than
happen
Jerry
if they had
Jones
Dak.
has as the owner
Dak
of the Cowboys.
Dak is
Yes,
the-
because the Chargers are an amazingly run team with the Spanos family. Yeah. Okay.
Dak is the future of that, so that would never happen.
So you'd give up Phil Rivers for Tom Brady, but you wouldn't give up Dak for Tom Brady? Mute his microphone.
Yes, I
Speedy,
would. No,
go
yes,
over there.
yeah.
Speedy,
No,
go over
but
there
I
and
think-
mute his
I think-
microphone
no,
till I
no,
say.
I said yes, but that's not
this
gonna
interview's
that's
cousin?
not gonna happen.
I
Let's
wanna
just see.
call him B Jr.
Let's see what Bill Belichick does.
Junior B.
Let's see what Bill Belichick does when it.
That's what we're telling you, numbnuts.
All right.
To let Belichick do what
happens if he
Belichick
What
does.
happens if he does nothing?
He's not going to do nothing.
All right. What happens if he does?
What do you mean?
What happens if he doesn't add receivers?
Bill Belichick's specialty is poaching players off of other teams that fit what he likes to do.
By the way, here's a list of a couple guys, okay? Odell wants out of Cleveland. A.J. Green's a free agent, just to name a few. Oh, by the way, Tyler Eifert is going to be a free agent. Gronk could come back out of retirement.
Good.
You get
They
those
need
guys,
those people.
Tom Brady's going to be salivating.
They need those people.
Yes.
It's just, and it's on Bill Belichick.
But guess what
part
else
now.
they already have? The best defense in football.
I'm not talking about the defense.
Oh, my God.
I'm talking about Tom Brady.
All right, if the defense clearly isn't that relevant, why did the Saints not go to 5 straight Super Bowls with a great offense? Why? Because they had a terrible defense for 5 years.
All right, gentlemen, this has been a tremendous amount of fun, but I must take my leave. I just wanted to welcome Tyler and Speedy back into the new year. Junior Beeve, I don't know, you got some stuff going on, dude. So anyway, with that, I'm going to go eat some cupcakes. Hashtag ban Beeve. Hashtag question Junior Beeve.
Hashtag whatever Stug says.
Hashtag mute the Junior Beeve. That's what will be the new one.
Snuggies just send him from Chargers cupcakes in his honor.
Yeah.
And then put on the box choking hazard.
Get the Rome clip where he screams, show me your lightning bolts. That'll be the new intro for.
We are who they thought they were.
If he doesn't stay, I'm going to laugh so hard.
I already know who the Chargers are, so that's not hard.
No, but if he goes to a different team besides the Chargers, that would be funny.
If you're Tom Brady, why would you leave New England?
You wouldn't. Anyway, have a nice evening, gentlemen.
Oh,
Thank
you too,
You
Snug.
too.
Thank you for chiming in on the new year. Junior Beef. That's probably the most disrespectful nickname we could possibly give somebody right now.
Why?
The Beeve's out there, man. The Beeve's out there. He's a Looney Tune. And now you've earned yourself the nickname Junior Beef, which means
Because I said he won't fit in New England
No.
as of right now.
Because you said the Chargers have a better situation.
They
Then-
do.
No, you're nuts.
Offensive situation. Offensive view.
Tom Brady
You
wants
think Tom Brady?
You are assuming they're going to pay everybody.
You think Brady?
The Chargers don't pay
you
their
think
players.
Brady cares about the defense
Yes!
more than the person? More
Yes!
than the people he's throwing
Tom
it to?
Brady took
More
a pay
than the
cut
people
so
he's
they
throwing
could
it
bring
to.
in Stephen
More
Gilmore.
than the people he's throwing it to.
Tom Brady took a pay cut so Bill Belichick could bring in Stephon Gilmore. You're nuts. You're absolutely out of your mind.
Shane, let's talk about something else.
Speedy, am I red? I feel red. I feel hot.
Yeah. Looks like it's getting to that point.
You know, I promised myself this year would be different. I did. I tried not to blow up. I did. I'm trying to not lose my mind. I don't know if I'm doing a good job or
See,
not.
I think the Drew Brees thing started at first, and then it just triggered
That-
on and
the
on
fact-
after that.
I'm
If we
not-
started
no,
with the
we're not
Chargers,
even-
I would probably be red.
I'm not even.
So you think Brady's going to stay though? Both of you.
Robert
asking?
Kraft is going to literally give
He has
Tom
to do
Brady whatever he
everything
wants.
Yeah, good. I hope he does.
Now, we're going to take a quick break because I need oxygen and I need just time to reprieve. When we come back, we'll talk about the New York Giants' new coach, Joe Judge. Not Aaron Judge, Joe Judge.
Trade him now.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's right. We do. Yeah. Nolan Arenado trade update. That's right. That happened. Mookie Betts, apparently to the Dodgers, is as close as it's ever been.
Wow.
Francisco Lindor, apparently to the Yankees, is heating up. Please don't have that happen. Please don't do that.
Why? Why would
What?
we need him?
That's what I'm saying. Why
We have
would,
LeMahieu and we have Glaber.
right. That's what I'm saying. Please don't do
Don't
that.
break that up. Come
No,
on.
they'd give up. No, they'd give up a considerable amount of prospects. I don't think they'd give up an MLB
Yeah,
ready
but
guy.
still, I wouldn't put him anywhere near LeMahieu or Glaber.
If we trade DJ
Where is he
Mayhew
going to
for
play, Lindor?
short,
Short.
short.
So where is
Lindor would play short, Glaber would play second, and DJ Mayhew would play third.
what about Urshela? Where is he playing?
Who cares about Gio?
No,
Why is Gio Urshela everyone's answer?
No,
what about Gio?
Actually,
Who cares?
No, I would take Gigi LeMahieu.
Let's see.
over Urshela.
Giovanni
No,
Urshela.
LeMahieu played third. That
All
makes
right.
sense.
Depending on the trade, because obviously the trade is still the issue. But
And Duhar.
Without knowing
and
that-
a couple of top 10 picks.
Let's see.
Duhar, get rid of him.
Gio Urshela or the best shortstop in baseball?
No.
Trevor Story's not part of this trade.
Really? You're going to go here now?
I'm
Trevor
just
Story is
Where
not
did
better.
Arenado
kidding.
go?
Just kidding.
Where did Arenado go? Would you?
Arenado, I think, is going to end up a Cardinal. I don't know
Really?
how.
I could say that, yeah.
But who are they going to give up?
They're so
That's my question.
that
They don't have anything.
They're so underrated, that team.
But they don't have anything to give up.
I know.
They always
They
have
gave
pick-
up. They got
they're-
rid. Didn't they get rid of Ozuna?
No, he was a free agent.
Yeah, they can't even trade us.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. He was.
Well,
on the team.
they always develop pitchers well, so they'll find some way to do it. I think with the Rockies, I could see that happening because the Rockies obviously are pitching starved, and the Cardinals always find good young pitching.
We'll see.
Maybe Andrew Miller. I don't know how they would pull that off. I really don't. But the Nationals have once again, I think, had a phenomenal thing. Absolutely fantastic. And Major League Baseball has brought up another cheating scandal.
Yep.
This time it's the Boston Red Sox.
Of course, it's Boston area, folks. Everything. to
I
do
had
with
fun
that
with
area.
Houston. Now here's the thing.
The Patriots.
This
Red
Th-
Sox.
hold on there, young snapper. This is actually much worse for the Houston Astros.
Oh yeah, the Houston Astros they're done.
Find out why next on the home stretch.
You're listening to the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
And manage a baseball team.
Little League?
Fantasy League.
We are back with the home stretch on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to the home stretch. We'll get this thing down eventually. Maybe not, but it's all right. So I'm done yelling and screaming. My body temperature is back down to a normal room temp, I think. Still a little hot. Back with Junior Mute over there and Speedy Petey. So, guys, to shift focus, because apparently the football talk just is not going to happen tonight. Major League Baseball, there are reports coming out that now Major League Baseball is investigating the Boston Red Sox for a similar cheating scandal as to what the Houston Astros did. And obviously there's a huge connection here. Do we think it's true? If not, why? And if we do think it's true, how severe will be the penalty?
It should be probably about the same. From what I know right now, the Red Sox did it from a replay room, which, depending on how many cameras, computers, TriCaster technology, audio boards, whatever that's in there, they should be able to do it in different ways. That's, I think, depending on the level of technology, and replay rooms nowadays are big, so they are very advanced. It might actually be worse than what the Astros get slightly. Again, the Astros using cameras in center field is a closer view still, but the replay rooms is more technology, so judge that for yourself. Both will be suspended kind of similarly, but if there is more use of the technology involved, they might get it more, just because it's a possibility with what's in there.
Now, here's the thing, right? This absolutely sucks for the Houston Astros. This is bad. Because if you remember, A.J. Hinch was like, well, no, this isn't true. And then they were saying Beltran and Alex Cora kind of were also a huge part of this, right? Okay. Now, guess what? Alex Cora was the manager of the Red Sox when they won the World Series.
You lied about the whole thing.
What do you mean?
The Astros.
Well, sure. Right. I mean, yes. You would absolutely lie about the whole thing. Oh, by the way, real quick, because this came out over the 2-week break we were gone, this reminds me of the Patriot thing, because apparently the NFL has nothing against the Patriots, but there's going to be a penalty anyway. So, I don't know. But the Astros, to me, and I've told you this, Speedy, what I would do is I would strip them of the World Series that they won. I would also suspend them from the playoffs, which means, A, if you win the division, you're not going as the AL West representative. You don't get the division title. Whoever the runner-up would be will be that honor. I don't care what their record is. Which does two things. A, you're not getting star players to go there and cheat because they're not going to want to play for a team that can't do that. So I would say that the suspension should be 3 to 5 years for no playoff activity. And I would also fine them a severe amount of international pool money. And that's what I would do. Now, the Boston Red Sox, because you also won the World Series, I would also strip you. And I would also do the same thing where if you win the division or you're a wild card team, you're out, and whoever is next in line would same thing. I would also apply that to the Red Sox. However, I would not put the international pool money in play because the Red Sox, obviously, the Astros started this culture, and Alex Cora is a huge part of that. Alex Cora, to me, would get a lifetime ban from Major League Baseball.
Really?
Yeah, I would ban him for life.
Oh, I guess because he was on both sides of it.
Mm-hmm. You did it twice. I can't trust you anymore. Goodbye. Pete Rose is banned for life, and he did nothing.
Stupid stuff.
Nothing. He did nothing wrong. He bet on his team to win. God damn. What a shame.
He belongs in the Hall of Fame.
He's the best pure hitter of all time.
Better than you?
Better than who? Me? No.
Yeah.
I hit everything.
Including
your head in a second.
yeah. Whatever.
But, in all seriousness, I don't know how bad this penalty will be for the Astros penalty is going to be swift. This thing's going to be unprecedented. I don't think you're going to see it. The Red Sox won't get it worse. But it's going to, as Speed said, it'll be similar. I can't really imagine it being overly much worse just because of the fact that, again, it's kind of that bully mentality of, well, you started, and then, well, you hit me first. Well, whoever normally throws the first punch gets in more trouble. The Astros started this. We didn't start the fire. They did. You actually did start the fire. So, to me, this absolutely makes Houston look worse. Alex Cora, you're out. And I'm surprised the Red Sox haven't fired him already. To be honest with you, I really do believe that Alex Cora should be fired because of the fact that I never thought I'd say this, but Aaron Boone now looks much better to me.
No.
About time.
Well, he's still not.
Jeez.
He's still not a top 5 coach in the American League, but he is on his way up.
Good. At least
What?
New
Who
year.
are you, and what have you done with Tyler?
New year. I told you it's a new year. I'm gonna let everything go. It's a new year. I'm not gonna call him Boonhead. I'm not gonna. I mean, it's easy to say the season hasn't started yet, but I'll try my best. I think that Kevin Cash is the best manager in the American League East.
No, I agree with that.
Even the Toronto guy isn't bad. I don't know. Aaron Boone's probably better than him, but he's pretty
I
good.
wouldn't go that
Aaron
far.
Boone's better than him. Come on.
I know, but again, he won a couple games with no talent. I mean, he has Vlad Guerrero Jr. He's the greatest player of all time.
Yep. 2 years in the league, already better than his father.
He won. He hasn't played his second year yet. Whippersnapper.
Yep. And he's still better than his father.
Didn't even win Rookie of the Year. I wish somebody would have told somebody that. I did.
Was even the top 3 for Rookie of the Year.
He wasn't.
Nope.
Talking about Guerrero?
Yeah. To be honest with you, he's lucky Brandon Lowe got hurt. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been where he was either. But what are you going to do? But, this Major League Baseball. Now, my question is, how would you monitor this going forward? Because the Red Sox took a lot more effort than the Astros did. Walking in and out of the tunnel is normal. To go into a room and relay that to the dugout, then relay that to the hitter, that takes time. So how are you going to monitor this to the fact of, And let's just be honest. This is a bad time for baseball to have these type of conspiracies out because fans are bored of watching you. They are. They're just tired. They're tired of watching baseball. It's slow. It takes forever.
I got something to say real quick.
Uh-oh. Oh, God. Should I,
the Lakers offered Anthony Davis a 4-year, $146 million max extension.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, yeah, I read this earlier.
Rich Paul informed the team he would decline instead enter free agency, where you could earn a 5-year, $202 million max contract this summer.
Mm-hmm.
That was 6
Go ahead,
years
Speedy.
ago.
I already know what I'm going to say. You already know what I'm going to say, so go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
Try to defend him. Go ahead.
defend Anthony Davis.
No, the other guy.
Defend? What do you mean?
I don't think it correlates. I think we knew that he was coming there, and the Lakers, along with, I think there was one other team that could have traded for him.
If they win the championship.
But he also made the comments that he liked the Knicks and he liked Chicago, so it doesn't surprise me either what he's doing. I don't think it has anything to do with your guy that you're about to bash.
He's out.
No, he's not. Stop.
He's leaving.
No, he's not. If they win the championship.
Goodbye. He's not. They're not even the best team in LA. Why would they win a championship?
I would take the Lakers 7-game series over the Clippers.
You're nuts.
Why? Why wouldn't you?
Defense and shooting go to the Clippers. That's normally what wins.
Defense.
The Clippers are
Lakers
much better
Lakers
defensive
had
team.
20 blocks. 20 blocks last night.
That's fantastic.
Playing who?
If they go into the paint, they're getting swatted left and right.
The Clippers are a better defensive team. They have probably the best defensive player of the decade, Paul George, who is a top 5 two-way player in the league.
Players, but they don't have.
Patrick Beverly might be the best defensive guard in basketball. What do you mean? Harrell was a defensive-only guy when they got him. What are you on over there?
I think the Lakers are better than them.
That's fine to think that they're better, but
because LeBron.
Oh.
Yeah, I like LeBron, so you're gonna have to get over that one.
No. Because we've never seen LeBron choke before.
He's going for a mission this year, I think.
Oh, yeah. Because that's never happened before.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the MVP of the league right now?
Either Luka Doncic.
No, he's not.
So who is the MVP of the league?
It could be Giannis again.
Could be.
If the Lakers are in first place, someone's calling. In the West, he's going to get the MVP.
LeBron's not even the best player on his own team.
What?
Anthony Davis is playing better right now than LeBron James.
We got a call.
You've answered the phone?
Yes.
Properly?
Yes.
Thank you for calling the home stretch. How may I help you?
Hi, Mr. Tyler Harrison. How are you?
Hello, the Beeve. How are you?
Good. So, my question to you is, what do you think of the Rangers bringing up Sjorkin and having them start tonight?
Thank you, Beeve. I always knew there would be a point in time where I could call you a genius, and this is it.
Thank you, my friend.
No, don't get crazy. I don't know when it'll happen again. But so, to answer your question, I do think the timing's a little severe, a little weird. Gergachev is kind of cooling down. I would have traded Gergachev before I called up Shesterkin.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
That's a problem. Carrying 3 goalies on your roster never really makes much sense to me. But I like it. I mean, the competition is going. This is the best goal scoring team in the league. So
yeah, that's what I was about to say. He's playing one of the best teams in hockey right now, and he's giving up 3 goals. The Rangers do have a 4-3 lead right now. So
not only that, I think again, I'm not really concerned about the GAA because that to me is very misleading. The save percentage is what I care about. So the Rangers' defense, we all agree, is very, very weak. Outside of Trouba, and I mean even Trouba's defense isn't great, but
it's improved over the course of the year.
It's gotten much better, and I agree that he's an elite defenseman.
The guy to watch is Adam Fox.
Adam Fox is phenomenal. He's absolutely
a stud.
He's absolutely him and Trouba will be the front line guys. Brady Shea is a very good two-way defenseman. After that, Mark Stahl's playing very well too, but he has to go.
Yeah, but I think Shea's gone too.
Maybe.
I think Brady Shea is going to be gone too.
I don't know.
They can't really get rid of him right now.
I don't know.
He probably is what he is at this point, but they have no depth to get rid of him right now.
He's having a down year, I think.
Right,
I don't
but
think he's playing
they already have too many holes of defense as it is. I don't think you can just trade him.
And why would you trade him? He's cheap.
Right.
I don't. I mean, unless you get a really young. But again, I don't even know if you're going to get a young defenseman back. You might just get a late draft pick.
Right.
Could you put him in a package with Georgiev or whatever, or trying to get a top
right.
defenseman?
Well, I understand what you're saying.
Good, but I don't know because again,
but
you're right. Where I think Shea had. Everyone was expecting him to rise the way he did after his 16-17 season. And he's kind of.
He was supposed to be the next McDonough.
Right. He regressed a little, and now he's kind of stagnant, and maybe this is just what he is. Maybe he's just a second line or second pair defenseman.
The Rangers are more of an offensive team now than.
I mean, it's possible, but at the same time, he really hasn't grown his own game, too, and maybe that's just what he is what he is. He's a second line defenseman that we all thought could be a first, but you still need those, so just hang on to him.
Well, I'm okay to train Shea if and that's not even the package I'd make.
Right, good enough.
I would package him with Kreider and try to see what defensemen are out there. San Jose to me.
I think Kreider will be gone. I think he's definitely a goner.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, hey, listen, if I could trade Brandon Shea or Brady Shea and Chris Kreider and get me a Charlie McAvoy, yeah, I'd do it. But again, Boston's not in the place to sell.
There's no way Boston would do that.
I'm trying to think of who is it. See, CBS, if you weren't so damn slow, I'd be able right now to pull up hockey and try to see what team can buy and sell. But you know why I can't do that? You don't ever work. Brought to you by NBC Sports. Just kidding.
There you go.
No, I'm just. I don't even know how much trouble that just got me in, but I'd imagine that's a lot of trouble.
So you just need who would buy for that, I guess.
I don't know if they're trying to get Lundqvist the cup, but I know they're not. They're very far off from a cup, so I don't know what they're trying to do.
Well, also, let's hold the brakes here. If they were in the Western Conference, they'd be closer to the playoffs, one. And two,
if they win tonight, they're only 5 games out.
Well, but look at the teams they're behind.
Right.
Yeah,
look at the teams they're behind are going to stay in front of them. I mean, even Columbus is going to get hot.
But wouldn't you want to lose this year and get another top 5 draft pick?
No,
I think it's
you're not at that point anymore.
It's too late at that point.
You're not at that point anymore. Now you're a young team. You got your star and Panner, and you want to see what these kids can do. To be quite honest with you, I mean, Ryan Strome and Zibanejad are probably your front centers going forward, which is fine. I thank you, the Islanders, for Ryan Strome. I appreciate this.
That was Edmonton.
No, I know, but he was an Islander first.
At one point, yeah.
Yes. So the Islanders gave up on him, as they always give up on good players, and they traded him. It's like Mike Milbury all over again. But, they need a defenseman, and I don't know where they're going to find it. Errol Marks has said this over and over again, and he's right. It takes a long time to build a good core defense. And
it does, but I don't think they're that far off.
Right. I don't think we're that far off either because we can score, but eventually there's going to have to be something. Lundqvist is either going to have to relinquish some money or
he's got one more year left on his contract after this year.
Well, right, but maybe he goes, hey, listen, restructure my
trade.
Not trade.
Yes.
Not trade. Some sort of, hey, listen, if you add on an extra year, I'll cut my remaining salary in half. Kind of like the opposite of what Tom Brady did this year with the Patriots. Pay me more now so we can go to free agency sooner and negotiate so we can build a team.
We know how bad the defense is, and Lundqvist is always getting hung out to dry. I don't know if you ever noticed this. When you watch the New York Rangers play,
they give up.
Don't play.
They give up on him completely.
They don't play as hard
right.
as when he's in net. When someone else is in net, they play even harder. So I just don't understand that.
I think it's. I
don't like that either.
I'm glad you brought that up because I've been saying this for a long time and no one kind of believed me. But whenever you go to the Rangers game and Lundqvist is in net, when the Rangers get beat, guys, they hustle back, but there's always the kind of hesitancy of like, all right, let's wait to get the puck after the save. They don't make the play to prevent the shot. They kind of, all right, we'll wait for the bounce back, or, we'll go for the deflection. there's never that. Here we are.
Kind of reminds me of the Kings and Rangers Stanley Cup.
Right. Dan Girardi, Ryan McDonough, Stahl was still there.
We made a lot of mistakes. I mean, and Girardi was a huge part of the Rangers losing.
I mean, he gave away game one. Gave it away.
He did.
Yeah.
Yep. No.
He might as well shot on Lundqvist himself.
I mean, Lundqvist on his head in that Stanley Cup. I mean, he was unbelievable.
He was the
Lundqvist
best player in hockey.
Lundqvist was great.
He was the best player in hockey that whole season. It was absolutely
was
phenomenal.
Great.
Well, that's the year they won the President's Trophy, if I'm correct, right?
No,
They-
No, it was the year after that.
it was the year
Oh,
after.
the year after that they won the President's. I thought
Yeah.
that was the year they won the President's.
No, when the Rangers went to the Stanley Cup, they were the third seed in their division.
They blew. They blew so many games and were winning by 4 goals, 3-4 goals.
No, they didn't blow games. They just couldn't finish in overtime.
That's what I'm
They had so many
saying. I'm
chances.
saying
But they
the
had,
third.
but they had
Yeah,
leads.
they had
though.
leads,
They
yeah.
had leads, though.
Yeah, but there wasn't much leads. I mean, think about it. If they would have won one of those overtime games, I mean, they could've-
Yeah, that's the thing. They didn't get
lift-
blown out in
they
any
lifted the
game.
Trophy.
All those games were relatively close.
Yes, but I mean, going back to
Can't
New
blame
York, I mean,
Lundqvist for that.
it is
No.
a little. I just don't understand why they did it now. Like you
Because
said, before-
I think that they-
before trading anybody, I just don't understand it.
I'm just going out on a limb here. I'm going to assume that Davidson has something on the table, that
Maybe.
he wants to make sure that Shesterkin is ready to be the backup. And I think also it's not really if Shesterkin is ready. I think what Davidson will do at either some point this year or during the offseason is go up to Henrik Lundqvist and be like, you're now the backup.
That could happen too.
And I don't know how that's going to go over. Lundqvist,
Well, I don't know if he'll be the backup this year. I think definitely.
No,
next year Lundqvist
no.
will be the backup.
but now it's kind of 1 and 1A. Lundqvist is the starter in all important games, but he's going to start as many games as the backup will. But next year, I think that you will see 50, 60 games for
Well,
Shesterkin.
I think the reason why they're doing that also is just in case if they somehow sneak in the playoffs, they want Lundqvist fresh, maybe.
No,
I don't know.
they can't be planning for the playoffs. They got to lead. If they get in,
They got to lead past.
they have
5
to get
different
white
teams.
hot, and they're going to need a lot of things to go right.
Well, that's what I mean. Well, they want to keep Lundqvist fresh because they always burn him out, and then at the end of the season, the guy is exhausted.
Right, but
That's why I'm saying though. Maybe that's why they're doing a lot of splits just in case if they can somehow sneak in. I mean,
No,
I don't
I
know
think
if
they were
there
doing
are.
the splits to increase the trade value for Gorgiev.
Maybe that too. That could
I don't
be.
even know, honestly, just looking around the league, I don't know a team that needs a goalie that's got anything to give up that's worth giving him up.
If I knew hockey prospects better, I could tell you.
Well,
but there's
here's
a
the
lot,
thing about
there's
hockey
a lot-
prospects. That's a crapshoot.
There's a lot of Western Conference teams, though, that are in playoff spots that probably shouldn't be. And then there's teams like the Predators who are not in one right now. So
Carmelo just hit the game-winning shot. for
Did he?
Portland. Yep, 28 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals.
Well, I said I think I talked to somebody who had some inside information for the Rangers about a month ago, and they said Georgiev most likely will be traded by the trade deadline.
No, that's not.
So, I mean, I don't know how true that is. But that was a
No,
rumor.
I would venture to. I kind
Yeah.
of thought he'd get traded end of January. Well, when is the trade deadline? First of all,
I think it's February. And
February, I believe.
It's
So
February,
I was
like
thinking
20
late
something.
January, early
Yeah,
February.
25th. And looking at it, let's see. In the East, I think the only team you could say probably is,
Buffalo.
Buffalo, if they can get something going, or Carolina. I think you definitely
Well,
have options
Carolina.
there. And
now-
they got youth
Yeah,
they
they
can
do
trade.
have defense now.
They got youth they can
Noah
trade.
Hansen. That's the guy.
He's Flames.
I'm not-
Flames. That's not.
Oh, that's
Carolina.
right. He traded with Dougie Hamilton.
Right.
Is that the game?
Who's the other young? Brett Pesci?
Maybe, but would they want to trade one on their active roster is the question. I wouldn't mind that exploring that if I'm the Rangers. 'Cause Brett Pesci is good, but he's not a first-line guy, so I don't know.
Well, no, but if you're going to trade Shea, you need that guy.
No, I know that. So I wouldn't even mind that as a piece for it. And again, the Hurricanes might be desperate if they do have goalie issues, but that's really the only one I can see in the East. In the West, you got Edmonton, maybe,
Adam Larson.
possibly. He's still pretty young too, so that might not be bad. Adam
that-
Larson and maybe something else. You got Calgary doesn't really need it. Maybe
No, Calgary needs it.
defense? No, they don't.
No, goalie.
Oh, goalie. No, they don't. No.
Cam Talbot? You're rocking with Talbot?
He's not the starter. David Rittich is the starter, and he's a good young goalie.
Didn't he just beat the Rangers the other night?
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
yes.
he did. Yeah,
He didn't play well, but he did.
yeah,
he
that was
didn't
like
play well.
5-6.
You're right.
The Rangers lost that game with like 2 minutes left in the game. Or a minute
No, that was
We
the
play a lot of games like that.
no, that was the game after. That was Vancouver. They
Yeah.
they,
Oh,
they lost
Vancouver.
they,
Yeah,
they
that's
lost to the
right.
Flames. I think they allowed a late goal in the second, and
Yeah, 'cause
I miss
watched
JT
that
Miller
and
whole-
nobody
more.
and nobody scored in the third.
JT Miller.
Yeah, I watched that whole game, the Vancouver game. So.
I miss JT
I
Miller
miss
more and more.
Zuccarello.
No, that was a mistake getting rid of JT Miller. That was a huge mistake.
Well, that's because AV's a jackass.
Yeah, well.
How's it going in Philly, by the way? Man.
Man, they're now out of the playoff spot too.
But also, how do you like Capo Caco playing? Do you think he's like struggling or?
I think it's a learning curve. He's not where I thought he would be. He is a better passer, though, than people told me.
I agree.
I like his vision. I think right now he's just trying to feel it out before he starts shooting, which I don't like because we drafted you to shoot, so shoot. But
You don't know what the coach is telling him to do.
Well,
You
right,
know,
right.
You know,
right,
So-
but that I think he's elevating his game slowly but surely. Defensively, he's awful, but
because there was talks of people saying, "Oh, send him back down." This and that. If you send that kid back down, you'll really.
no,
kill
you
his
can't send him
confidence.
back down.
You can't do that.
No, you
So-
can't. And again, I like what Brandon Lemieux showed me this year. I do. I like the fact
Well,
that he's
he
aggressive
played
on the
well,
board,
too.
and I like that he's a tough guy.
Yeah. And I said to him that was a good pickup for the Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I need, and I don't. I know his skill set was awful, and Speed's probably gonna laugh when I say his name, but you need the Dylan McElrats of the world because you need
No,
somebody.
I never had a problem with him.
Well, no, he can't do nothing. He could skate and stand still. That was about it. But what Dylan McElrath brought to the team was a vibe of like, how many times a game does Henrik Lundqvist get these hits or these shoulder tackles? And it's like, come on, somebody protect your goalie. And Lundqvist is sitting around going like, what the hell? And you can literally see Lundqvist under his mask getting pissed. You need a guy that's...
About a minute ago, Shidroka just got laid out.
Right. And, like, who went over there? Nobody. Nobody. They don't have a tough... I'm not saying to get a guy like, who would go up... I'm not saying get a guy like, Domi that just goes around punching people, but I want a guy that's a little bit of a... Are you sure you want to touch my goalie again?
Yeah, tough guy, sure.
Zendo Chara, for example. His presence on the ice is unprecedented.
They need a guy like Sean Avery again.
Oh, listen, Sean Avery. I love Sean Avery. He was one of my favorite Rangers.
He didn't put the puck in net that much, but you know what? He was a badass.
No, he pissed off Martin Brodeur like no one's ever seen.
Well, that's why the rule went in place. You can't screen the goalie like that anymore. Right?
By the way, A, it's hysterical, but B, I don't really see how that's a bad thing. That was a genius play. Genius.
Oh, of course it was.
Now, if it happened to Lundqvist, I'd want him shot, but, it is what it is.
Well, of course.
But real quick, I don't know if I've ever actually played this game with you guys, right? So why don't we all – I want to see, because this is how sick my mind is. I want to know who could guess my favorite Ranger.
Guess your
Favorite
Avery was
Ranger.
your
Of
favorite
all
Ranger.
time.
Your favorite Ranger of all time
Yes. Well, that I've seen play, yes.
that you've seen play.
Your
So,
favorite?
what year did you start watching the Rangers? Give us that.
I remember Gretzky, so I'll say 98.
98. Okay, so you didn't see 94, so 98. Okay.
Well, Adam Graves is one of my favorite Rangers, too, but he's not my favorite one.
I'm gonna go out on.
Is Bukaboom still there?
No, I love. He's got the greatest
I remember
name.
you liked him. So
He's got the greatest name in hockey. Buka Boom.
Yeah, Booga Boom. Yeah.
Great name, but no, not
He
it.
wasn't there yet. Or
Yager?
wasn't there anymore.
No, I wish Yager never touched Ranger ice.
Callahan.
He's up there, but no,
Not Nash, right?
no.
I tried a good one.
Chris Drury.
One of them, but no. I love all Rangers, except Brendan Smith. Why we trade? Not the one, not Brandon Smith, who we now have. Brendan Smith, the Red Wing guy
Was
that
it-
we
was
got
it-
for no
was
reason.
It was it Brian Leach? Wasn't him?
Not Stepan, right?
No, definitely not Derek Stepan. He should just move to Wayne and never take faceoffs again.
Mike Richter?
Close, but no.
Damn.
Close. I'm trying to figure if that's position or era. Well,
Era.
Henrik Lundqvist. But Henrik Lundqvist is your favorite now, so
Yes.
I know it wouldn't be him if you're judging era. Ooh.
What did he say? What player?
I said Richter. I was close, but no. It's not Richter.
Was it the backup goalie
Actually-
on that team? But I don't remember his name.
Dan Blackburn, but no. Dan Blackburn was his name, no. Dan Blackburn. And this is what I'm saying about Shesterkin, right? The Rangers have been good at goalie now for about 30 years.
Yeah.
Because even Dan Blackburn was pretty good.
Trying to think.
I think he was 2001 to 2005.
Adam Graves?
No.
No,
Graves
that
was well
Graves,
retired by then.
Yeah, 2001 to 2005.
Yeah, that might have been before I watched. So,
No, yeah, that's right. You're young.
and hockey I kind of got into later.
Brian Leach?
No, I said that already.
I figure it's a lesser common one if we're having trouble with
What
that.
the hell? Wasn't Messier? It wasn't Gretzky. I don't know. I give up.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't know.
You give up too?
Yeah. I think
Junior Beeve, do you have anything over there?
I have nothing.
No.
No, not Beeve. Junior Beeve.
Oh, who's Junior Beef?
Kevin. Say hello, Kevin.
Oh,
What up?
what's up?
Theo Fleury.
I was
okay.
cool. Oh man, I forgot about him.
See?
Forgot about Fleury.
Theo Fleury would have been great. It's a shame he had his demons. Otherwise, I think he would have been one of the greatest goal scorers we've ever seen. Phenomenal. Plus the dance against the Islanders. Oh. Na 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 na. I don't want to be an Islander because they suck. Na, 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 na.
I mean, I think one of the worst moves that the Rangers did was getting Yager. But you know what? He took us to a playoffs at least.
I hate you.
And then he got hurt. Then he got hurt.
You hate
And then he got
Yager?
hurt.
Because he was a Penguin?
You're not.
No, because it was past his prime. He was an old man. He just didn't fit that team that well.
No,
And he still played as of 2 years ago.
He's still playing now.
So he was in the prime with the
He's
Rangers.
still playing now.
Well, yeah, right. I
But
know
it
that.
is amazing, though, that he's still playing, but he's not even productive.
Well, we
I
know.
thought he was pretty
we
productive
know.
last year. Last time he was, last full season he had was really productive.
He's playing in a wheelchair.
No, if he gets hurt, you're in trouble. But
He's already missing some teeth, so.
no, hockey player.
Who was the? I can't think of his name right now. It's driving me crazy.
Shoot.
Oh, no, I got it. St. Louis.
Yeah,
I
he's
liked
probably
him.
second.
I liked him, bro.
He would be first if he had more than like a year and a half.
I like St. Louis.
Yeah, no, he got it.
He was older, but he was good.
I'm gonna tell a little bit of a sob story right now. So can we all peace? So when Martin St. Louis, when his mother died during the series against the Canadiens, right? Mm-hmm. So when he lost, because I felt I lost my mom at a young age, right? So when I saw the Rangers literally give no effort during that last game, or not no effort, but they were just gassed, and like you saw St. Louis flying around the ice, and I believe he was the oldest one on the team.
Definitely was the oldest one on the team.
And he was he was the only one skating hard. And so the final buzzer sounds, I was screaming in my dad's living room. Screaming like veins coming out of my neck. You should all line up and let St. Louis punch every single one of you MFers right in the face. I was so mad. I was so mad.
No,
And the only one that looked pissed off as me was Lundqvist. Everyone else was like, oh.
Well, Lundqvist always is pissed off, so that's nothing new.
I know. I have somebody that has pretty good insight with the Rangers, and from what he understands, he's really not that liked.
No, he's just like I met him in person outside the Garden, and he talked to me for about 5-10 minutes. It was great. There was nobody around. He was in a quiet area, and I just saw him walking by, and it was great.
Who did you talk to for 5 or 10 minutes?
Lundqvist.
Really?
Yeah, he signed my hat, and he signed the puck for me when I talked to him for about 5-10 minutes outside the Garden.
Really?
Yeah. couple years ago. Yep.
He must have gave something
Great guy.
to him first.
He took it. He wasn't in a rush. He took his time. And
Probably wrote him a check.
Yep. him and Adam Fox. Adam Fox was a great guy too. I met him. This year I met him. Unbelievable guy. Kid from Syosset. Great guy.
Great guy.
So.
Interesting.
But I will be at the game this Thursday though. So. She's playing the Devils. I'll get to see the other guy. What's his name? Jack Hughes.
He's still hurt though. He might not play.
Oh yeah, that's right. He might not be playing. Yeah. Well, what else is there? I'm supposed to be meeting some of the Rangers alumni also Thursday.
Again?
Oh wow.
The alumni, the old timers. Yes.
Still though. That's
Some
cool. Though.
special event that my friend is supposed to have tickets for,
Wow.
and hopefully they're in his account by Thursday. So we'll see.
It's still good though.
Yep. I don't know who's going to be there, but we shall see.
Study up on your alumni.
Messier, Lynch, Leach.
Yeah. Yeah, Graves probably. So.
Boom, hopefully.
Yeah, actually, also when I was at the Ranger game,
Kevin Weeks.
S.A. Tikkanen was sitting
Oh wow.
4 seats over from me in the stand.
Did you go over and say hi?
Yeah, he shook my hand, took a picture with
This
him.
guy's met everybody.
He's gotten heavy. He put on a lot of weight.
No, that's not
Oh,
something you
God.
should say after the guy took time to.
I didn't.
You know, when I took a picture with him, you know what? He looks heavy.
Hey, you gained some weight. Hold on. Smile.
Next time I come to the studio, I'll show you the picture of me and Tikkanen. So, very nice guy too.
Oh, and then you go and bury him on national syndicated airwaves. Good job.
I'm just saying, he got my father didn't even recognize him because he got so big.
He's watching the show.
Yeah, no. he's not.
He might be.
You know how close I was to getting Pat LaFontaine on here? Have any idea?
Oh,
Oh.
actually, I'm working on something for you guys. I'm trying to get an NBA superstar to call in, so we'll see what happens.
Superstar.
Who's Channing Frye?
No, it's Danny Green.
Really?
You know what's crazy, right, about Danny Green?
Yes.
I don't know if I could put this business up.
What?
But, like, there's somebody on this network that knows him personally. Why the hell has he never been here?
I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Well,
He invited me to his house. I was like, yeah, I'll come. And then I had to work. I was pissed.
Where I work, his father comes shopping into my store all the time, and I see him, and we talk for like 5-10 minutes all the time. So I'm trying to get his father to get him on the network.
8
So
to
we'll
10.
see what happens.
8 to 10 o'clock is the perfect time to call.
Who?
Danny Green. That's what
Oh,
you tell him.
yeah.
8 to 10.
I will. I'm working on it.
Meanwhile,
we shall
he'll
see.
shooting.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And I'm also working on.
We'll hear
also working on-
the squeaking shoes in the background.
Yeah.
I'm-
Hey, what's
I'm-
up, Tyler?
Imagine.
And
Courtside?
here comes Danny Green.
I'd be like, let's put LeBron on the phone.
No.
Put
I'm
LeBron on
trying.
the phone, Danny. I got something to say.
I'm also trying to get a UFC fighter to come on also. So.
Yeah?
Oh.
He's not a big name. It's my cousin's cousin. So he's Ian Heinisch.
I've heard of him.
Yeah. So it's my cousin's cousin. So they just went to Vegas to watch him fight.
No, yeah? He won, didn't he?
Yeah. No, he lost by a decision.
I can tell you know him.
But
No, because a guy at work talks about it. I could have sworn he said he won or should have won. Or I'm not big in UFC anymore. I think it's a complete screw job.
I know. I haven't watched him in like a couple of years.
it could be. It's like boxing.
I haven't watched
Exactly.
Anderson Silva and Chris Weidman.
No, and Anderson Silva's still, I think, one of the best dudes on the planet.
Yeah.
If you
What
can
about-
duck and dodge
you
with your
think-
hands
What do you think
down,
about St. Pierre?
5 Ds of dodgeball.
yeah.
St. Pierre, you think
you can dodge a train, you can dodge
You think
him.
George St. Pierre was one of the best?
Yeah, I mean, the greatest one I've ever actually seen do everything was probably Matt Hughes. That guy was a wrestling machine. Absolutely amazing.
Well, maybe next week I'll come in on a Tuesday and see you guys.
Hey, Beeve,
Yes.
I haven't heard from you in about 3. I haven't heard from you in a month. So happy New Year, happy holidays.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Yeah, well, the network was down for a little bit, so whatever.
Yeah, me and Errol were here going through that, so you can send me your condolences for that time. But I do want to ask you how it feels to be wrong.
Wrong about what?
I mean, the Cowboys didn't make the playoffs.
Ask him about our conversation with Tom Brady and Philip Rivers.
I was wrong. That was my prediction. And
Offensive-wise, don't bring up the...
I admit the reason why the Cowboys didn't make the playoffs was because they didn't put enough points on the board. They couldn't. For 3 quarters, they struggled.
Tyler
and
asked
then when the 4th quarter came around, they played catch up. So that was the reason why.
One last question, B.
Go ahead.
So I can't believe I'm having this debate again today, but we'll have it again.
Go ahead.
Somebody in this studio thinks that Tom Brady is better suited going to Los Angeles than staying in New England.
Specifically the Chargers, a.k.a. the least clutch team in football.
No, I think he's better. I think he's the team that Brady should really think about going to is the Tennessee Titans.
If they have a vacant quarterback opening,
But are they bringing Tannehill back?
I think they will.
I think they would.
I don't know if they're going to, but to me, that would be the Brady's perfect fit.
Yeah, if it's
not,
available.
Then
Right.
if he wants to stay, then let him stay in New England.
I was saying Los Angeles because of offense.
They're gonna have to get him some weapons, and they're gonna have to build that lineup.
But the Titans have drafted receivers for a while, so I don't think the weapons would be that big of an issue.
But hold on, hear me out for a minute. This is what I'm saying. Tennessee has a good offensive line. They got a top 5 defense in the NFL.
Right. Jack Conklin, by the way, is a free agent, so you got to bring him back.
So
I think they would if they're trying to pursue that kind of
So to me,
quarterback.
Brady will have the protection and the time to make the plays he needs to make.
If they have the money, Speedy.
I don't think money's a big issue for them. Outside of Logan Ryan and
Butler.
and Taylor Lewan and Malcolm Butler, I don't think they're really paying a lot.
Byard's got to get paid soon.
See, everyone thinks Brady's done, but he's not. Because if you look at what Brady had to go through this year with New England, he had nothing.
I know.
New England has a top 7 offense in the league.
This is what I told
They're
him earlier.
18th in rushing. What does that mean?
I told him earlier.
Would
he be more? Would the offense be better if he was in
I'll prove it to you right
the
now.
Chargers?
They were 8th in passing offense.
The
You're right about
Chargers,
that.
the
15th
Chargers,
overall.
or
No.
New England.
He's better in New England.
But look at the receivers in New England.
No,
compared to
here we
the
go, Beef.
Chargers.
Why'd you bring this back up, Beef?
I didn't bring nothing up. You brought it up.
No, you answered it properly, and then you asked him a question.
He just said that he would leave though, if anything doesn't
No,
change with the receivers.
No, that's not how this network works. You're not going to come on here, be blatantly wrong.
He just said that.
He said he would go to Tennessee
because they have receivers too.
Yeah, but
Jacoby Myers isn't cutting it.
Jacoby Myers is not the number 1 receiver in New England. He's a 4th-string wide receiver.
It's Edelman, but he's not healthy right now.
Edelman, N'Keal Harry,
and
Phil Dorsett.
Bro.
Yeah, but Brady had nobody. I'm sorry.
I know.
When you take Gronkowski away from him, it draws everyone else to double up on your best. They shut down your best receiver.
He'll be back.
I told them.
Gronk to the Titans following Brady.
No, he's coming to New England.
I told him Brady looks like he's having a lot of fun not playing football right now. He was just in the LA's game dancing with the cheerleaders.
Well, would this be interesting? I mean, I don't think if you think Gronkowski's coming back, what team is going to go to?
New England. He'll go wherever Brady goes.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
That's desperation.
He's won 6 Super Bowls. What the hell are you talking about, desperation?
Yeah, but he's desperate for receivers right now.
From that logic, you should go to Tampa.
Are you on serious drugs?
I mean,
if you're just judging receivers,
he needs Gronk.
He
Okay.
does need Gronk.
He does.
He needs Gronk.
He doesn't need Gronk.
Yes,
he
he
needs
does.
a wide receiver.
All right,
He needs
Belichick
a
better show it.
offensive weapon.
Belichick better do it this offseason.
Odell
Yeah, but
Beckham
what
Jr. will be the guy they
That
get.
could happen. Yeah, I think Tyler's right. I think Beckham will.
I hope
be
so.
out of Cleveland,
I hope
and,
so.
He'll go to New England.
Because I can't stand the Patriots. I don't like Tom Brady because he's a Patriot, but I can't say that he's not great. He's great. But he needs somebody that he could actually rely on and throw the ball to, and that's not going to be the receivers he has right now, which Odell would be great for him.
You know Julian Edelman was a 1,000-yard receiver this year?
He had a shoulder problem this whole year.
He was.
Right, and he still had over 1,000 yards receiving.
But still, it can't be him just by himself. They were out the wild card round.
Edelman had just as many yards as Amari Cooper.
I know, but I'm just saying he needs more than Edelman.
Edelman, let's just be honest here. Edelman's strength is his footwork. Julian Edelman is the best route runner in football, and he wasn't getting open. So clearly he's banged up.
Yeah,
so Edelman,
they knew what Brady was going to do. They knew Brady was looking.
Yeah, but
to him.
Edelman's more of a slot receiver.
Yeah, exactly. He's no outside
right,
receiver.
that's fine. But you can knock him however you want. He had 1,000 yards receiving. He's one of the best receivers in football.
Yeah, but they're not going to go. They're not going to go far if it's just him.
That's every team in football. If you only get production out of one guy, you're going to lose every time.
Yeah, so they got to make a move.
That's also game planning too. It's not just
taking
roster
Gronk from
structure.
Brady is also a big problem.
What happened?
I said Gronk retiring, leaving Tom Brady was a big
Right, especially with the way the offensive line played, because Gronk also did very well as a blocker.
But
Right, he was the best blocking tight end in football.
Right,
not even close.
But even Gronk, when he wasn't playing that well, he wasn't helping enough. When he was on the field, he was still making the blocks. He was still drawing people to him, so that would leave other receivers wide open.
You can say what you want. The best block I've seen this year was from Tom Brady on Tre'Davious White. So,
yeah, but I'm
Exactly.
just saying, what
Brady's got to
Gronk-
make the blocks for people to run their routes.
because the offensive line was blown up.
Yes. Yep. The offensive line was hurt, and that's what
David Andrews will come
So
back.
you're not-
Thuney will go to the left
You're
guard.
not blaming the Patriots receivers at all right now. You don't think the receivers
Sure,
are good?
they deserve blame, but the offensive line is the strength to every team. Every team.
You want to have an
You got a bad offensive line?
You could have an offensive line. You could have a great offensive line if your receivers aren't creating separation.
Really?
It's a waste of time.
Hey, I'm going to nip this in the ass right now. The Giants had Odell Beckham Jr., Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram, and the best running back in football, Saquon Barkley, and they could not score. You know why? The offensive line was 5 turnstiles.
And Ben McAdoo.
And Ben McAdoo, yeah. So the offensive weapons.
Yeah, how Cleveland do this year with great receivers.
Well, Baker wasn't good. Baker wasn't
He
good this
wasn't,
year.
but neither was the offensive line. And neither.
God, we could blame every offensive line in football.
No, you can't.
How many teams have good offensive lines?
Cowboys, the Titans.
Cowboys, Titans,
Saints.
Saints, Eagles, Colts.
Saints are home right now.
So are
They
the
made the
Cowboys,
playoffs.
so are the Colts, and
Yep,
so are the Eagles.
Colts.
What's your
Yep.
point?
Yes.
Okay.
How many teams are in the
How many teams are in the NFL?
32.
32.
That's how many teams out of how many in the NFL?
So
We got 5 right now, and I didn't even look at everything yet.
Hold on.
Oakland's got a good offensive line.
Who has the worst offensive line in football?
Arizona.
Okay, who has the second worst offensive line?
Seattle's up there, the worst.
No,
They have
not,
Russell
not
Wilson.
as much anymore, though.
They
I
have
think
Russell
they've been
Wilson,
they're a
doesn't
little
Giants
better.
have one of the worst.
They're not the
Right,
They're
and
not
they have
bottom
one of the
five.
highest draft picks.
Right.
The Bengals' offensive line is garbage.
Yes,
Garbage.
Right, they're
number
probably
one
second
pick in the
worst.
draft.
Right, they're probably second
Well,
worst.
Panarin just scored an empty netter. 5-3 Rangers. Game over.
Hey, Storkins 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
Take that, Islander fans. We're undefeated. I'm just kidding.
Parentheses,
Yeah, I'm so
Errol.
mad I didn't go to this game. I had an opportunity to
Isn't
go.
Errol
and I turned it
an
down.
Islanders fan?
Yeah, we're not talking about Errol Marks.
Oh, Jesus. But,
But,
all right, guys.
all right, Beeb. Thank you for calling in. Always a
All right,
pleasure.
it was fun.
Yes, I'll probably see you guys next week.
All right.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. All right. Let's get out of here. It's snowing. Speedy, tell them where they can find us.
Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube.
Oh, it's a whoa, a little rusty there, are you?
Yep, Instagram. It's the first one of the new year. Instagram, Snapchat, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, on our website at worldwidesportsradio.com.
Serious?
And one.
Oh, wait, what?
No, we're not there anymore.
Oh, crap. Never
Sorry,
mind.
I can't make that joke
Sorry.
anymore.
Shoot.
But you could do this. We are one of only 16.
16?
sports radio networks and podcasts on
16?
radio.com. There you go. I knew you missed that one.
16?
Also the number of Sean Avery.
Oh, shit. That's right. Good job. Yep. On the Radar Show, I guess.
He's on point.
What was I going to say just now? Thank you, the Beeve and Snugs, for your return to the home stretch. Got the jitters out, we're moving and grooving. I'm still waiting for Eric to show up.
And
just
Rodney.
What happened?
And Rodney.
Oh, yeah. Nah,
You moved on.
I've given up. It's been a year. Well, time to move on. But, yeah, so tomorrow we'll get through everything we didn't get through today as the New York Rangers have beaten the Colorado Avalanche. Shesterkin made 29 saves. That's
He was good in the third period.
Hey, man, listen.
He just had a little bit of rust in the beginning. And
Probably even jitters, I would imagine.
yeah.
Madison Square Garden is a very hostile place.
And that's a great offensive team he played against.
Yeah, so we'll give him a pass. For the first period, he was pretty solid.
He was all right. Yeah.
I wish we would have watched the game.
Speedy.
But anyway,
I'm still learning the fire stick.
no, it's all right. It's all right. I got
Good
your
time.
fire stick
It's only
right here.
2020.
Oh my God! I almost ripped him a new one. I completely forgot it was 2020.
Did
Wow.
you?
Yeah, no, I really thought it was 2019 still.
That's why I said I'm surprised the first person you bashed for saying defense doesn't matter of the new decade wasn't he who sits in this chair.
Oh wow! And Carolina brought back Justin Williams.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he's not going to retire. He's back. Thank God he didn't go to Boston. That's all I'll say.
Former King, right?
Yeah.
Damn, that was like 15 years ago. But anyway.
Seems like it.
Shit. All right, let's do it. Kevin, say your goodbyes.
Goodbye.
Oh. God. Speedy. We're in the end game now. Say your goodbyes.
Thanks for listening and have a glorious night.
Yes, goddamn, Speedy. Yes. Good job.
I revitalized you.
Yeah. I'm like Iron Man about to snap my fingers. So we'll be back tomorrow. We're here every day, 8 to 10 p.m. I'm trying to think. I mean, we'll see how this new year goes, right? We'll see how this new year goes. God, I'm glad the rust is off already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this. Nah. See ya!
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.